Marysville, Ohio. On May 30th, 2025, around 2 a.m., police officers were dispatched to a domestic dispute. On arrival, they encountered 29-year-old Dustin Ohm. The man was clearly unhappy with the police presence and refused to cooperate.
Stay out of your car.
Okay, can I turn it off?
Yeah, that's fine.
He's literally been helping me try to get my truck out, and he's gonna let me come stay at his house. I just want my truck out of the way so she can't block me in. We're having a little argument. It's nothing too crazy, nothing physical, nothing anything.
Despite repeated commands to stay put, Dustin gets into his pickup truck.
Or drugs.
Okay, or both.
You guys don't have anything for in my vehicle.
Okay.
So turn off your vehicle.
It's not in drive.
It's literally driving right now.
Suddenly, Dustin starts the engine and rams a police car with an officer inside. He then opens fire on the officers from his vehicle.
Shot fire, shot fire.
He's coming out to Maple, right into OSP. Hold on. Northwest Parkway, continue westbound on 33. 30 mile an hour.
Eventually, the suspect's vehicle becomes disabled and comes to a stop. But instead of surrendering, Dustin exits the vehicle armed with a weapon.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Immediately after, officers begin rendering first aid. One of the officers, who was in the rammed car, sustained injuries and was hospitalized. Dustin Ohm was taken to the hospital. He was charged with attempted aggravated murder and could face additional charges in the future.
Do not!
On May 12, 2025, in Salt Lake City, Utah, police officers attempted to stop a vehicle for driving without headlights. The driver ignored the command, drove through a railroad crossing, and crashed into several parked cars before fleeing on foot.
Stop! Do not reach your waistband! Do not! Do not! Do not! Do not! All right! X-ray 113, shots fired. All right! All right! All right! Show me your hands!
The pursuit ends as the officer catches up to the suspect. He yells at him not to reach for his waistband, fearing he might be armed. Despite being wounded, the suspect continues to ignore commands, yelling at the officers and attempting to stand up while maintaining an aggressive posture. Officers managed to detain the suspect, identified as 18-year-old Carlos Felipe Ocampo Flores. They immediately begin to render first aid. Ocampo Flores was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Upon his release, he was immediately arrested and booked into the county jail. He faces charges of assault on a police officer, reckless driving, and possession of a controlled substance.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
On May 2nd, 2025, Around 11:50 a.m. in Sacramento, California, a disturbing call came into 911 dispatch. The caller reports that his ex-boyfriend, 37-year-old Johnny Belcorta, attacked him, threw a knife at him, and stole his property, including a BB gun. Dispatch is informed that the suspect has an active felony no-bail warrant for his arrest. Around 12 p.m., patrol officers arrive on scene and locate Belcorta.
Johnny, stop! Johnny, stop!
Hey, people on the truck. He's leaning his gun to his head. We can't tell if he's good or not.
Belcorta disappears from view near the waterline by Matsui Park. For 30 minutes, officers use a public address system calling for Belcorta to come out with his hands up and surrender. They also warn that a police canine will be used if he attempts to flee.
Johnny Belcorta, we see you. You'll send the gun. Hands up right now. Bust! Bust! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Heel!
An officer deploys his dog. At that moment, Belcorta turns towards them with a gun in his hand. After failing to obey commands to drop the weapon, he is fired upon by police. Immediately following the incident, officers begin rendering first aid. The weapons recovered at the scene were closely examined by investigators. Johnny Belcorta was booked on multiple charges, including brandishing an imitation firearm, assaulting a police canine, resisting arrest, and for his outstanding felony warrant for possession of a controlled substance. Austin, Texas. On May 17, 2025 at 9:50 a.m., multiple calls came into 911. They reported a man in a wheelchair with a pistol in his lap. One caller stated the man pointed the weapon at them. Officer Jackson, hearing the dispatch, heads toward the scene.
Stop! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
Arriving on scene, Officer Jackson sees the suspect, Danny Palomino, in the roadway. Officer Jackson follows Palomino, repeatedly ordering him to stop. He also gestures for bystanders to clear the dangerous area.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Let me see your hands! Drop the gun! Hands up!
The suspect falls, but the weapon remains in his hand. The officer continues to issue commands to drop it. It was later determined that the pistol was a Glock replica BB gun. Danny Palomino was transported to a hospital where he was later pronounced deceased. No officers or other individuals were injured in the incident. On May 11, 2025, a patrol officer in Senatobia, Mississippi, prepares to exit her vehicle in the Walmart parking lot. Approaching the vehicle, the officer asks the driver, Brashari Faulkner, if the handicap placard belongs to her. Faulkner claims she dropped off her grandmother, but the officer had been watching the car since it entered the lot and saw no one get out.
The owner of the placard.
My grandmother, she went in the store.
She went in the store?
Yes, ma'am. I had dropped off. She went in the store, but I can move. I can move.
Also noticing that the front passenger seat is cluttered with items and that the children in the back are not properly secured, the officer asks the driver for her identification.
And you're not allowed to park here.
Yes, ma'am, but I just said I was going to move. My grandmother, she's handicapped. She's in the store.
How did she come out of this vehicle?
I dropped her off at the other end.
Did she come out of this vehicle?
I dropped her off
Did
at
she
the
come
other
out of
end.
this vehicle?
Can
I get your ID, please?
Faulkner refuses to comply with the lawful order several times, becoming aggressive and using profane language.
I want a supervisor or something because you feeling real hostile and shit. I need you to get a supervisor because you sitting up here with me for no reason.
There's no need.
I need a supervisor because you mess with me for no reason, and I told you I would move. I told you I would move.
No, it's just not that.
Yeah, you mess with me for no reason. I got my kids in here. I do not feel safe with you doing this.
After repeated refusals to comply, the officer orders the woman to step out of the vehicle. When Faulkner ignores this command as well, the officer attempts to help her out but is met with resistance.
You grabbing me, bro? Where you going?
Get out of the vehicle now.
Get out.
Get out now.
Hands on me. And if you
Get to the back of the vehicle now.
Girl, she just grabbed me.
Get to the back of the vehicle.
She just grabbed me. She's gonna do you unnecessary force.
Because you're refusing to obey a lawful command. You're
Other officers arrive on the scene to assist. As they try to bring the situation under control, a crowd gathers, shouting derogatory remarks at the police. Ultimately, Brashari Faulkner was arrested. She was charged with disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and a handicap parking violation. The Senatobia Police Department receives numerous complaints about such parking violations every week. But in the end, the grandmother appears and confirms that this part of Brashari's story was true. Her elderly relative really was in the store. However, by that point, the arrest had already happened, not so much because of the parking violation, but rather due to the refusal to comply with the officer's lawful orders and the resistance during the arrest. On June 16, 2023, around 11 a.m., New York State Trooper Richard Albert spots a silver SUV traveling over 100 miles per hour on I-88. He initiates what appears to be a routine traffic stop, but this was no ordinary stop. As Trooper Albert approaches the vehicle, 32-year-old Nelson Troche sticks a handgun out of the window and opens fire.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Trooper Albert is struck in the left shoulder, but, despite his injury, returns fire and pursues the suspects. At this moment, a passing tractor-trailer driver who witnessed the incident blocks the SUV's path, disabling it.
G64, I need assistance. Shots fired, milepost 108. 3G64, shots fired.
111.
Troche and his girlfriend, 31-year-old Alicia Ariol, attempt to carjack a disabled pickup truck at gunpoint. Using the grassy median as cover, Trooper Albert continues his pursuit, exchanging gunfire and conducting magazine changes.
G64 contact, shots fired. I'm hitting the arm. Milepost 108.
An agonizing 12 minutes passed before the first backup arrived. Once numerous law enforcement officers were on the scene, Ariol was taken into custody, and Trooper Albert was transported to the hospital, being released later the same day. During the search, Nelson Troche was found deceased in the woods from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Alicia Ariol pleaded guilty to criminal facilitation. She admitted to rolling down the window and reclining her seat to allow Troche to open fire. In exchange for her plea, she was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in prison.
Let me see your hands! Shoot it!
Elk Grove, California. On April 11, 2025, around 11 p.m., a 911 call was received. The caller reported a man in a restaurant who was acting erratically and harassing juveniles. During the conversation, the concerned woman added that she believed the man had a pistol in his pocket. She claimed to see the handle of the weapon, which immediately elevated the threat level. Arriving officers found the suspect, later identified as 50-year-old Jerry Tolliver, standing at an outdoor table. Their primary goal was to prevent him from re-entering the restaurant to avoid endangering the patrons.
Before he gets to the front door. Let me see your hands! Shoot it! Shots fired, shots fired. Let me see your hands! Shots fired, we got the gun. Hey, grab him! Your dog.
Officers immediately provided first aid to Tolliver until paramedics arrived. He was hospitalized in serious condition, but his life was saved. A .38 caliber revolver, fully loaded with 6 live rounds, was found next to him. The investigation also revealed that a camera on a parked car had recorded Tolliver brandishing the pistol even before police arrived. Jerry Tolliver, a convicted felon, was charged with assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer and illegal possession of a firearm.